Welcome back to Innovation RC, guys. Next to me we have our Kraton 8S, and today is actually a rather disgusting day. It's about 89 degrees with, I don't even know how humid it is, but I'm already sweating and I've been out here for 2 minutes. That actually gives us the perfect day to test out the new setup. So pretty much what we have here from NTF, we have a new Mamba Monster X 8S fan, and it's pretty cool. I believe it is 2S rated, but we're gonna run it on 3. So as you see, we have our little 3S harness attached to a little 3S battery, and same thing with the Monster 2028 heatsink and fan combo. So we're gonna see what we can do. So now real quick, what is pretty cool about this direct replacement fan for the Mamba Monster X 8S, we're gonna run it on 3S right now. I really like how it actually grows in RPM. It starts off pretty slow. And then just proceeds to haul some ass. But that's pretty funny. Now with both plugged in, that one just absolutely screams. Let's see what we can do. .56. As the center diff is still slipping a little bit. Woo! That is crazy. Yeah, I hear the ESC cutting out a little bit from the amp draw. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's see our temperatures. Let's probably turn it off. It's not that bad. 140. really, yeah, the motor is kind of hot. I do have the sensor wire temperature cutoff to 180, so we'll be safe up to that 144, almost 145. Let's hope we broke some heat with this thing. There you go, 134. I'm finally happy to see that this ESC does heat up. Let's try to get on the heat sinks. 132, 33. All right. Just pull everything off. So with the setup that we have a monstrous setup. And yes, we are in overdrive. If you guys were wondering the gearing, we're running 39 on the pinion and 34 on the spur. So we're going to be drawing a lot of amps. I actually want to see the data log for this and see what see how many amps we're drawing. Now I do feel the connectors, they are actually kind of warm. So pretty much we're trying to suck out more power than we could really dish out with these batteries. So we're going to have to up the connectors and up the batteries. There we go. That's what I want to see. Right there, that's our hinder. That's why this ESC keeps cutting off at a certain speed. So 56 miles an hour, that is nowhere near of what the speed could have been. So 154, 155, let's see this one. 160, wow, that is actually pretty hot. So yeah, of course, we're actually running a 8mm bullet connector because this is also the ESC for my Limitless. Again, I only have one Mamba Monster X8S. So what I'm gonna have to do is actually adapt these to 8mm bullets too. And hopefully, fingers crossed, there's gonna be a lot less heat, more giddy up, and less hesitation. We're drawing a lot of amps, and apparently it's too much for these connectors to handle. You know, you could only draw so many amps out of them. Plus we have 12 gauge wire with the batteries. You know, we might have to up it to 10 gauge. Or just get a better battery in general. You know, these batteries are great, but this kind of setup is immaculate, you know? So these fans, they've helped out as much as they possibly could, but there's no defeating the amount of amp draw from this kind of setup, you know? So guys, I hope you found this informative. If you want, check out Nicholas Tordella on Facebook. He's making these beautiful fans. So as you guys can see, this is our Kraton 8S data log out from the road. And this 56 mile an hour speed run, I still have batteries, so I accidentally left that on. It's gonna be this first spike, as you can see my mouse. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to hover over it. There we go. Now as you can see, this big red line, that is our voltage cutoff. So in this skinny red line, that's our live data regarding voltage. So of course, as we went up in throttle, this black line is our throttle position. We got to full throttle at about here. Now as you could see, when the voltage dropped, it triggered the low voltage cutoff at 26.5 volts about. That would be voltage cutoff at 3.3 or 3.2, I believe, for an 8S voltage. Now as you can see, temperature went up, everything went up, voltage cut off. So 56 miles an hour, that's nowhere near the speed that we could have got. Obviously we need batteries that can support it. We were only experiencing about 21,000 RPM until it cut off. We should see about 25, I would say. So yeah, here's our stats. I'm gonna have our main stats right here. And at this run, the motor was only about 98, so that seems pretty legit from what we data logged, I mean temperature checked out there. So it's pretty legit, so I actually see why we were hindering. So right now we don't really have a battery that can handle that kind of a setup with the 2028 in overdrive. So we're gonna have to gear back down a little bit, which is completely all right. And if you guys remember when I was trying to punch it, just trying to bash around with it, as you can see, that purple line, that's our temperature going up. So we're still safe on that, but again, that red bar, that's our voltage drop. And if you could see this red line, every single time I punched it, it gets closer and closer. There, right there, it triggered voltage cutoff, went up, triggered again, bashing around a little, triggered, oh, that's actually not good at all. It went under it and triggered. So then I just decided to cut it off right there. So definitely make sure you guys have a battery that could handle what kind of setup that you desire to put in. Make sure your solder joints are good, because the connectors were about 150, 160 degrees. I already knew that there was a hinder right there, so I decided to pull the plug, literally,